Come out with a bang. Coach Minzy. Best round here. Remember that.
All right, people, welcome back to the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're here to do the watch along to the uh, women's 100-meter heats. Yeah, on track right now is the men's 400-meter hurdles. Jail Hyde is in this one, and first responder, big of yourself. And we are looking forward to see what Jail will do in this one. So Roy Benjamin should be the favorite in this heat. Sharing it, big up yourself. Yeah, man, we have some people up our curious is them, and that is good. That is good. Good morning, Shereen. How are you? Ready for curious is them. Mm-hmm. All right, so Shem all, good morning. All right, Jail Hyde is out and blazing. Roy Benjamin, fear start. Based off the stagger, he's in the ascendancy right now. Roy Benjamin. Jail is running very good race out of lane 8. Will he be able to finish? Roy Benjamin is smoothly heating up the curve. Roy Benjamin takes charge of this one now. Jailide is still doing well. Will he have the legs to finish? And here comes a mad rush. But yes, he comfortably qualified there. Jahilide. Roy Benjamin, 48.36. Capello is third. German fourth. But a good run, good run, good run. So in another few minutes, the ladies will be out on track. Following that is the 110-meter hurdles. So this one is what everybody is anticipating.
Just winning each round, getting good time to set me up for a good lane in the final. So that's just how I'm attacking it this go around. I'm assuming you haven't had any of those donuts that you and Sonya were eating in Las Vegas. You haven't been eating that here, have you? Definitely not. Definitely not. I'll take some though. So if someone wants to ship me some,
Feel me, all gone.
here's your cue, Sonya.
Hey, the true track and field fans are up. 20 people on.
Up. I'm not sleep yet. I'm up from 3 o'clock this morning. I watch the 400 meters. I watch the 400 meters. Hey, I'm tired, you know. I'm tired yesterday, and I never need no alarm to wake me up, you know. Wake up 3 o'clock for watch the 400 meter them. So bless up to the people who are up early. You know, all the true track and field fans who are up early, tuning in. I think we had one real mishap this morning. Just young Asini Wilson, who didn't qualify from the 400-meter hurdles. He picked up an injury warming up. That's the news coming from Budapest.
Okay.
So I think that's the only casualty we have so far this morning. Or 4 females from the 400 meters are through to the semifinals. Or 3 females, sorry, through to the semifinals. Also, our 3 males are also through to the semifinals of the 400 meters. And now we are seeing 2 of our 400-meter hurdlers who are through also to the next round of the 400-meter hurdles. Asini Wilson, I hope it's nothing serious. We're hearing it's a hamstring problem. So that's the only mishap that we have had on the track so far this morning.
Nikisha looks good.
Yes, I must say that Nikisha looks really, really good. Nikisha looks really good. I wasn't happy with Roshan's race. I think he had a really ugly race. I think after clearing the first hurdle, he almost stepped out of his lane into lane 8. But it's his first world championship. He's running with the big boys now. So I think he has now gotten that first race jitters out, and we should see him improve in the next round.
Britton Wilson, sorry, in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So
it's very hot in Budapest, and the commentators were saying that in the waiting area there's no AC in there, and so the heat is getting to a lot of these athletes. Antonio Watson, before his 400 meters, he was standing in the shade until the last minute when they called him onto the track. So it's very hot there, and a lot of persons are not handling the heat well, especially those who are not used to it. In high jump, that's going on. Beckford is in 7th right now. So the last I checked, which other event do we have somebody in this morning? What else is going on this morning?
Shelly, I roll out tonight, red here.
Yes, I definitely saw the red here this morning. Hey, we're in a group, you know, coach, and we have a running joke. You know, that I wonder if Shelly used Seville, because remember Oblique is Shelly's mannequin for these championships, so maybe that's why Oblique runs so fast yesterday. Seville put on the red ear so Shelly can style it. So him get some my speed out of the ear. But you know, the big guns are up next. 100-meter heats. I think it should be business as usual. I think all four should advance.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with how the the matchup, the heats are looking. It should be easy pickings for the Jamaicans. And a matter of fact, all the other athletes who are there, it should be easy pickings for them. All the named athletes.
Mm-hmm. Somebody in the comment section, Nikisha Press, she goes to Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
So again, big up to the Arkansas coaching staff. Hey, the Arkansas coaching staff, they have been so good to the Jamaicans. So
Mm-hmm.
good to the Jamaicans, where we have all those Jamaicans representing are doing well at the World Championships, and they look really, really good. So the first heat of the 100 is up now.
Yes. Julian Alfred. And we have to give kudos to Julian Alfred. I am understanding that part of her deal was to ensure that her country gets a pick at the deal. And if you notice, her country is now wearing that brand. Now call her name.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a good look. She's a very talented athlete, and we look forward to.
How do you rate her chances in the 100?
Uh, I'm looking for her to be in the finals, and once you're in the finals, then anything is possible.
Yes, I expect her to challenge for a medal. You remember earlier in the season, the news that we got from her college coach was that they are preparing her for World Championships.
Right,
So they're not
right.
preparing her for NCAA season. They are preparing her for World Championships. So let's
Mm-hmm.
see what sort of shape she's in now. Now that she's in her first World Championships.
All right, Daryl Nita is in this one. Hey, this the place is hot. I can see it. Look at that. The
Yes, you
athletes
can
run
see the
on there,
heat on the
man, and you
ground.
see the heat. Yeah, man. The place hot to look at, man. So cleanly away in this one. Very good start from Julian Alfred, but Daryl Nita takes this one. But Julian Alfred come back at her 11 seconds flat, positive 0.0 meters per second. Good run by Julian Alfred, Fabian.
Yes, I'm realizing that I've been realizing this for all the events so far, that you have to run every round. I mean, for the men yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
it's the first round, and they have to be running sub 10, 10 flat, 10-0. And now the women, you realize that they are running 11. The first race is 11 flat. And then for the 400 hurdles, they are running 48 lows for the men. For the 400 women, they are running sub 50 in the first round. That speaks to the competition level there,
Mm-hmm.
that you cannot sleep on anybody. You have to go there and run every single round in order to qualify.
Yes, that is it. That is it. And it goes to show that this championship, people out there are hungry. So you have to bring your A game. You have to bring your A game. You can't come and as some people would say, monkey around and expect, to be in the thick of things. You have to come with your A game. So taking each one, Julian Alfred. And that is 10.99. It has been adjusted to Daryl Nita 11.03, Gina Bass 11.13. So those are your qualifiers for the next round. Top three go through, and the other will be selected based off time. Let us hear her.
The last competition, and it's been a long NCAA season, but I feel good. Still have to work on my first 40 meters, but at least I get some running in my legs, and I'm ready to see you next round. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So she's saying
Think
that.
about that for a second. You heard Addo mention it. These collegians.
So she's saying that she needs to work on her first 40. That aspect of the race is a little bit untidy, but she said that it is important for her to get a little bit of running in her legs, and then we'll see what will happen from there. So Heat 2.
And the heats, the way the heats are stacked up, I think all the big guns should advance.
Yeah, man.
We don't really have any seriously really big matchups like that in the heats. All the big guns should qualify.
Where's the Tony Green? Lovely beauty say, Stacey, lovely beauty say, Julian is getting on the podium.
Well, she will have to work for it. I know she will have to work, battle out the Jamaicans, the Americans, and the Brit for that spot on the podium is going to be really tough. They all have more experience than her. So let's see how this works out. There's only 3 medals, so let's see how it works out for them. The Americans would say Miss Richardson is on the podium, or she's gonna take back the title. The Jamaicans will say Sherika or Shelly is gonna win. The people in England will say Dina will win.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what for this second heat, we see sort of a mini matchup with Brittany Brown against Dina Asha Smith. I think both should advance easily in this heat.
Gonna be a massive showdown between Van Niekerk.
And right, I don't think Dos Santos is at 100. I think he's about 90%.
Yeah.
He's not at 100, so I really have Dos Santos for that bronze medal, and I expect Rai and Varholm to battle it out. Remember, Rai Benjamin ran the race of his life and was beaten. So he ran the race of his life and was beaten by Varholm, who at that time broke the world record. Somebody, lovely beauty, saying they hope Dina dips under 1080. Dina looks to be in good nick. She looks to be in good form. Hopefully she does dip under 1080. After this, the second heat, we'll repeat what happened to us.
Oh, look like it's a false start there.
A stream faster than mine. Yo, why your stream always faster than mine?
I don't know. No, I when me watch football, me always I get beaten for semi stream slow enough.
Your stream always faster than mine in a tracks, man. My God. You know what? I'm pull up my phone. I go turn off my Wi-Fi and I use my data. Watch by my phone. Can't manage this, I can't manage for the behind. Cannot manage this. So while you're restarting the race, for the person is asking about Asini Wilson, he had a mishap in warm up. That's the news that we're getting. He had a hamstring issue in the warm up, so that is why he went out like that in the race. But my phone know better than my tablet, man.
45 45-05 by Zandran Barnes. 48-39 by Clark. That no bad. As I said, everybody have to put in them full enough. Cleanly
Everybody.
away this time, and athlete almost fell. Brittany Brown, Dina
Ooh,
Asher Smith. Brown takes that one. Negative 0.8 meters per second. 11.01 for Brown.
Dina looks like she has worked on her start. These last few races that I'm seeing, Dina is firing out of those blocks. And she was in cruise control. Brittany Brown definitely wanted to win this heat. Dina was just aiming to qualify.
Yeah. Dina look relaxed. Brown shoulder is high. That tells me that she's not relaxed. So
Yeah, Dina is relaxed while Brown was putting in a lot of
yeah,
effort.
man, shoulder high and all of these things.
Hey, Barshim always looks smooth.
Yo, the man a genius on the high jump, brother. I don't know.
He just always looks smooth.
Imam Mr. Smooth. See the youth now. The youth, good youth too.
Yeah, man, this young boy.
Mm.
I have been watching him for a few years.
Harrison. Beckford looks like he came eighth in
His pool.
yeah, the Bahamian youth and about Thomas. Beckford 18 is he 222. South Cry, big up yourself.
Yeah, big up South Guy.
it's winning time right now. The fields are getting narrowed down. Everybody can kind of see the writing on the wall. That top 12 taking the form. These bars are critical if you want another chance to make to the final. He was fifth last year. We'll see what he can do later in qualifying. And boys, I promise you a social media video of Atto doing that Shelby McEwen story.
Tamari Davis next.
Yeah, is that a deal, Atto?
This is really a US network,
Yeah, man, it is. It is definitely a US network.
Killer, man. Them just highlighting the.
Yeah, she paid her dues because last year I thought she had a good chance to make the team, and she was fourth and just off the team. This year she made sure she secured her spot by getting third, so she's on her first U.S. team at age 20. That is rare when somebody that young breaks on to a U.S. team in the 100-meter dash. It's Bertrand of Trinidad and Tobago, Ahure Dimps of the Ivory Coast, Cedo of the Netherlands, Rosius of Belgium, Faye of Laos, Swoboda of Poland. Keep an eye on lane 8. Yeah, she is an indoor specialist, but this year she broke through running 10.94. That's her first time under 11. And you have to think that her and Davis are going to be the chief protagonists in this heat 3 of 7. Al Shamari of Kuwait in lane 9.
Cleanly away. Good start by Tamari Davis. Swoboda on the outside. Swoboda look like she takes this one.
Hey, Swoboda, that is having a really, really good season now. Another race under
Negative 0.4 meters per second. Sub 11.
Another sub 11 for Swoboda. She's just having the season of her life.
Mm-hmm. And look at her expression.
And this is not one of those races where she got that blistering start that we are used to.
You wonder where she was.
Yeah, she worked for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Another sub 11. I like Swoboda, I like her. She's a fighter.
She has a robotic kind of form to me, like she upright. But I mean, she very fast, powerful. Kamala Hayat, big up yourself. Yeah, Atto says she'll live on 11 seconds now.
Yeah, man, she living under 11 seconds.
Hey, once you touch that feet, man, you always tend to continue, Once your body reach the man.
That is now the new normal for the body.
Mm-hmm.
This year. And if you have to rely on time, you sit here in the queue room to watch.
Oh, that is interesting.
Semi-final of the women's 100 meters. All right, Sha'Carri Richardson. She gets ready for her heat race, representing the Stars and Stripes. That's coming up.
Sha'Carri has Natasha in her heat.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how Sha'Carri executes her race. I'll be looking for two things. She had some hamstring issues some weeks ago, where she pulled out of a meet, and I want to see how if she will throw down the gauntlet and try to run a blistering time in the heats like she normally does, or she will try to manage her rounds better. So that's gonna be a huge tell sign. But coach, I realize a lot of the Americans are injured. Deadman,
Wilson,
Charleston.
Charleston, I think, got injured on the relay camp, you know.
Yeah.
We're not doing so bad. Just one casualty this morning, Elaine, where I seen a Wilson. He sustained an injury in the 400-meter hurdles. But everybody seems set so far. Semi-final is going to be hot, especially for the 4 hurdles, you know.
Yeah, man, it's going to be hot.
It's gonna be very hot. So these 2 athletes that we have remaining, they have to put on another stupendous run, you know. So Sherika Jackson on track. Sherika come out in a color there too. What they're not saying. Oh, no American is in this one.
They're still keeping her away from Sherika.
In Fabian.
They're keeping her away from Sherika.
No, I'm saying that because the highlight is now on
Yeah,
Sherika.
and Sherika. Yep. There's no American in it because the highlight is on Sherika. And the green highlight behind her name is to show that she's the world leader in the event.
Mm.
Just to remind people, just for information purposes. Say if you see the athletes running and they have a different color bib, defending champions have a different color bib, and world leaders have a different color bib. So Jackson's own is green. I think the defending champions is red. Not 100% sure, but for the last seat at the 100, we'll see Shelly's bib.
Cleanly away. Powerful start there from Sherika Jackson. And she's bouncing. She's bouncing. Oh my word. That's look easy, Fabian.
She started bouncing from 40 meters.
Negative 1 meter, 1.0 meters per second. Wow.
She started bouncing from 40.
11.06. No. When you talk about bouncing, that is bouncing. When you talk about jogging, that is jogging. So when the people talk about further jog, that's not jog. When you jog, you're comfortable in front. Well done, Jacko.
Yeah, man. Her shoulders dropped from she get up out of the dry
Yeah,
phase.
man. No.
And look at that start. You see that start?
Mm-hmm.
She just get up out of the dry phase and drop her shoulders and just bounce go home.
No kill up self.
That shows her the shape that she's in.
Hey. And a normal thing this is not Fabian. It look like Sherry
Her
Caribbean.
knees are not. Look at the replay. Her knee. She's not even driving her knees.
Look at the comfort in the face, the jelly jar. When you see the
Look
jelly
at
jar, you know the
the
athlete's
jelly
well
jar.
comfortable, you know. Boss a smile. Ah, boy.
We know what that smile mean, you know.
Yeah, man. She's in. Oh, when the athletes them in another room, yeah, them have to go sit down if them in the
The
something
bubble
that
room.
if
It's
not,
the bubble room.
they get kicked out.
Yeah, man, it's the bubble room.
Big up yourself, Jack Smith. All right, so Shakir is on track now.
And yeah, Shakir looks a lot more mature this time around. She looks a lot more composed, a lot more relaxed, and more confident. So
Mm-hmm.
we're expecting a big championships from Shakir. It's her first real season, and she's enjoying it. She's relishing the moment of having her first real track and field season. So we're very proud of Shakiri after all the setbacks to be here where she's I think she belongs in the sport. So I'm really happy that she's here in the shape of her life, running a PB this year. So should be interesting going up against the Jamaicans. This is a matchup that the Jamaicans have been wanting for some time now.
Yes, man.
That has not come to fruition. We are finally getting the matchup where we have a fit Shakiri versus the Jamaicans.
See again, an American is now in this race, so they're highlighting her. Can't kill them still enough.
I see somebody say Shem saying the US commentator on TVJ is criticizing her run, criticizing Sharika's
Sherika
run.
run.
We have to understand, Americans are
And that with them don't understand Fabian. Go on. Me know what you're gonna say, but go
the
on.
Americans are very different. Alright, so the Americans bluff a lot, and so they want to run out there and show you what they have. And you don't medal for running. You can break the world record in the heat and don't leave with a medal.
Exactly.
That's not important.
So the
What is
most important
important is going through the rounds, conserving your energy so that when you get to the finals, you have enough energy to produce your best race in the final so you can leave with the top spot or getting a medal. But the
so
Americans have a completely different
they just
method.
want to go out there and blast. And
Yes,
that's
they
how
want to
that's
blow away the
and
field.
that's how it go.
Yeah. They want to blow away the field. We have seen now where some of the Americans are adapting our model, where they're just doing enough to qualify to conserve.
No, but I mean, all in the game, you have to look at what we have been doing over the years. When it comes on to going through the rounds, Usain Bolt, Shelley and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson era, we don't go in first round and blast, and I think that's one of the reasons. That's one of the defect, let me say, of the American sprinters, because they just go out there and blast while we ensure that we qualify, because it top three go through. It's a straight. So you want to ensure that you're in the top three. Whether you
Mm-hmm.
win comfortable or you're in the top three. That's the aim for each round. Each round has its objective. So we don't just go out there to put on a show in first round. We put on a show in the finals where it matters most. So it's not about pundits and whoever uh talk up their athletes. It's about matriculating through each phase of the competition. So it's a lovely beauty. China want to take the food there.
If Chin want the food, no man. Chin, remember Chin is conditioned by the great Stephen Francis, and so Chin will be conserving just to qualify. She just needs to get through the rounds. Somebody says Shakira looks nervous. I mean, she's going to be nervous. She's human. This is her first,
World
um,
Championship.
is first global event, first world championships,
Mm-hmm.
and so she will be nervous. I mean, and there's a lot riding on the shoulders of this young sprinter.
Oh, false start.
Is that lane 2 or lane 7? Because lane 7 twitch too, you know.
It looked to me like the one in lane two.
Yeah, definitely. Lane 2 definitely made a twitch. But yeah, so Shakira, I mean, it's fine if she's nervous. At the end of the day, it's her first world championship. She has the weight of the entire nation on her shoulders. The Americans are looking to her to bring home the goal. So, I mean, it's only right that she's nervous. But I think once she gets this first run out the way, she should be okay. Yeah, oh, lane 8 touch, not 7.
So they are still deliberating who is supposed to get that card, or there's no disqualification.
A few of them twitch, you know, that maybe that's
Yeah,
why.
yeah. So I'm wondering if they're gonna look at a faulty start or just.
But lane 2 reaction time,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're just gonna, hopefully, they just do a faulty start and let them go. Again, this long wait is not good for the athletes. At least prepare and warm up to run at a certain time. They need to run at that time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, lovely beauty. It's not that Jamaicans don't do that because we have seen Jamaicans do that. The jumping and smacking off the quads are so before a race. It's what works for each individual athlete. I've seen Ronaldo Walcott implement something in Shelly's warm up that I've never seen before. I saw it a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
where Shelly's doing plyometrics to warm up. I've never seen that before, and then it makes sense that she's activating those muscles. I've never seen that before. Shelly jumping and stuff before the warm up. Remember we were talking about it, coach.
Mm-hmm.
That is the first time I've seen it. Yeah, man. This lane. I see. What I was asking if it's lane 8 or lane 2
Mm.
because lane 8 made a big twitch.
Oh, see it there, yeah. And our foot come off of the block. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I saw lane 8.
Yeah, man.
Is she disqualified?
Yeah. I don't like them something, you know, man. I say I Brits them.
Oh, she's back in. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Them could have said faulty start, you know.
And I love to see that the athletes were clapping that she got reinstated in the race.
Mm-hmm. Cleaning away this time. Good run by Chinese so far.
Yeah, man, Chin had a good start.
Shakira fix year. 1093 positive 0.4 meters per second.
So that was a very mature run from Shakiri.
Mm.
She did not blast out there. I think she didn't have a good start. You can see the nerves on her face that she's very, very nervous. And that is one concern that we all had going into Budapest, that can she hold it together? Can she hold all this pressure that is being put on her by her country, by the commentators? Can she handle all of that pressure? Because running on the circuit and running a 1/2 race, running a 10-7-1 in a 1/2 race, or running it on a home soil is completely different than running it against a world champion, an Olympic champion, when they're beside you and they have their game faces on.
Mm.
So very good run by Shakir, very mature run. Doing enough to qualify. She didn't blast herself like she normally does in the first rounds, and it seems like she's managing the heats well.
And she managing the heat well too. And
Yes,
see at the finish line, she flash off sweat.
yeah, she is relaxed. She started cruising at about 60, 70 meters, so that shows that she's in good form. So she started relaxing at about 60 meters. Again, don't let the American commentators get to you guys. The American commentators will always hype up the Americans because they have a majority of American viewers and they don't want people to turn off their TV.
Mm.
So very good run by Shakiri. She's on to the to the semis.
With this delay and the false start and all that stuff. Honestly, it comes with being an athlete, resetting, preparing, and knowing that these moments can happen. But always being prepared for these moments. Like my coach told me, these are uncoachable moments. So always being in my mind, no matter what happened, focus on my lane and what's going on. And what about the way that you seem to conserve some energy? You ran 10 flat, and you can run much faster than that. Was that important here in this first round, not to give out too much? Definitely this first round, more so just execution, focusing in, having that energy and performance tomorrow for semis and finals, and just putting it all together, taking it round by round, event by event. All right, and you know the world has been waiting to see what you'll do on this stage. What are your expectations of yourself? The world, I'm not worried about the world anymore. I've seen the world be my friend. I've seen the world turn on me. But at the end of the day, I've always been with me. God has always been with me. So being on this scale now, it's my time. It's always been my time, but now it's my time to actually do it for myself. And the people that feel like me, the people that look like me, and the people that know their truth about themselves as well, I represent those people. Thanks for stopping, Shakira. Thank you. Ready to go to the next phase, which is semis.
What do you think about that?
She's still nervous. You can hear it in her voice that she's nervous.
Mm.
She's a little bit iffy about what she's saying. That's not normally how Shakira is.
Yeah, conservative in her.
She's conservative in her
like
talking.
you're thinking about what to say and not to, say the wrong
she wasn't
thing.
as smooth in that interview like she normally is, where she's normally confident and all of that. She realizes it's game time and she will have to bring her A game to make it onto the podium. Because this is the world championships. This is not a diamond league. This is not a race in Europe or in America. This is the World Championship. It is game time.
Very best of Talu. Their last 10 races have been staggering. Yes. The consistency. Living in 10 yes, the consistency has been the crazy part of it. Just amazing.
She still needs to work on that start though.
Mm-hmm.
That start is go if she gets that start in the finals, she's going to be run off the podium. They're going to run her off the podium.
Mm-hmm.
She needs a better start.
Takash of Hungary is on the inside. White top. Heat six. There's the big roll for the Hungarian athlete. And look at Talu in the middle. Blinding start, controlling the speed and her energy.
Positive 0.9 meters per second. Talu. That look easy.
That was a blistering start by Talu.
That looks easy.
And then she took her foot off the gas after about 60.
Step onto the track, but she recovered, backed off.
You know, that race should have been called back though. You see the big twitch. You see the big twitch in lane about lane 5.
You see the replay.
The athlete before from the race start, me see it one big twitch in a lane 5 just before the start.
That's why there was an extra little roll.
And probably not never register.
She is.
Cause the foot off a leave is something there.
The national record. Personal best 11:14. She ran 11:18 to get third. But look at Talu, fourth from the left, dominating.
So not Talu in lane 5, brother.
By far the best.
No man, Taluna was 6.
Oh, 6. Oh.
Comfortable and way off the gas.
She looks comfort. Hey, look at her
Wow.
arms from about 50 meters. Look at her arms and her knees.
Watch it.
That was easy.
That is absolute. And look how quick she reached the finish line.
Look, no, hold on, coach, me get it wrong. This race was similar to Sherika's. Run the drive phase and walk
Mhm.
across the line.
See that?
As soon as she get up her
Look how
shoulders
high
drop.
she stop run.
As soon as she come out of the drive phase,
Arms
her
very
shoulders
comfortable.
drop and
Yeah,
she
man.
stop run. This is a very big run from Talu.
Big up Gregory. Telling us that people learn the thing,
Yes, man.
People
Yes.
learn the thing. They
Listen,
learn
I
from us.
must say, I love how Talu looks really good. With the stamp beer in the high jump.
Just pared everything down. We start whittling down the field. The bar gets more and more precious. Even out there so long, it's now mandatory nap time on the mat. Just needed a moment. That was a big clearance for him. You don't want it to come down to your third.
Final heat is up next. And I'm sure coach is dying to say this. But I'm gonna make you finish it. The final heat is up next. And what did they do?
What did who do?
What did the organizers do? Who did they leave for last?
No, not the great man.
They leave the best for last. So they left the best for last. Shelly's up next.
When he gets onto the pit, starting to feel good, pointing back at the crowd, thanking them for the energy. There would be 18 men that would clear 225 here, so we've got to go until there's 12 or until we get to the 230 bar. The bar would go up a couple of inches to 228.
Barsham.
Quarters for the three-time world champion, Mr.
No, sir. This a man, elastic man.
So far away.
Look how far him take off from the bar.
He's like 6 or 7 feet away from the pit as he takes off. It gives him plenty of time to rise and get his center of gravity over there.
The placing of the other Jamaicans. Sasha Lee Ford was second behind Talu. And China was Natasha Mark
Natasha.
was second behind Shakiri.
Now trying to match that clearance by the reigning world champion at 7'5".
And Sherika won.
Yeah. It depending on where you are in the world, You can there well people are complaining that the sport won't grow because when it comes on to a meet like this, big meet, there's nowhere to watch it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of
Um,
difficult for some people.
Blinks and Rule, it's on NBC. And if you have Peacock, you can watch it on Peacock. But it's on NBC.
Shelly, I break a sweat.
So the orange, so it's orange for the defending champions. So the orange bib defending champions, green is for the world leaders. Shelly with the you see them showing Shelly Sports Day race.
Yeah, because Zion fall, Jason come forth. So Shelly said, no, sir.
It's extremely hot out there.
Mm.
Twice an Olympic champion, 5 times last year in Eugene was scintillating. 1087 in the first round, 1093 in the semifinal, and then 1067 to blow away the field at the fifth world title. Kevin injury on the outside in 7 as well. She's had kind of injury during the year. She did make the final last year at Worlds, getting 5th. Zoe Paul in ranked 3.
I want to see her start.
Whoa. Wow. 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 Positive 0.2 meters per second. Wow, Fabian. You see that? Hey. Boy, that fire go good enough.
You mean the walk? Actually just walk?
Shakiri, Shelly, Sharika,
Shelly, Talu,
Talu.
fireworks.
Bombs will be dropped in Budapest.
Fireworks. So it's somebody. There are only 3 medals. However, Shakiri looks easy, Shelly looks easy, Sharika looks easy, and Talu looks easy. All 4 ladies, they look really, 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 really comfortable.
No, man. Shelly cover a field already, man. And start bunks.
Shelly,
You see
Talu,
arms? You see arms the right side pocket? That's
flat. The knees not even a lift. She not even a lift her knees. Her head is back. She lean back and she just a stroll. And that's the same look I got from Sharika. The same exact thing I saw from Talu and the same thing from Shakiri. They were bouncing. I think Shakira had to work a little bit harder because her start was not as good as the other 3. So she had to run maybe 50 out of the race. But they all look relaxed. What knee injury?
So no Sunday morning, Tony Green.
Sunday morning stroll.
Once easy like Sunday morning, but I really Sunday morning.
Look at her face. Relax.
Watch out. Then people are jump up in the sit in their room.
Like this and it's hot. If you have a
Listen.
everybody stops, including you, huh?
Because you had the fun.
Look, everything looks so easy out there for you. Just kind of give us your idea of mentality of how you're running this first round in another global championship.
Yeah, definitely. I'm feeling good, grateful to be here. Giving God thanks for everything. I that I made it. Not in one piece, but we're here. And just, I guess my experience definitely plays a part here, just to qualify as easy as possible, but also focus on the technical part of the race because I haven't been able to get a lot of 100 practice this year, and I'm making sure that every time I step to the line, and thank you, I'm technically sound.
Everybody has an idea or expectation of what you're going to do. What do you expect from yourselves in another championship?
Honestly, what others expect of me is what they expect of me. What I expect of myself is definitely to outdo what I've been able to do this season. So I'm looking forward to that, and trusting that the work that my coach and I have been working on will bring to fruition once we're able to show up in the final and get it done.
Last thing, I saw some video a moment ago. We showed it to America. I thought I was dreaming. You actually went out and ran against other parents at Zion.
Look what Shelly have fun with.
Yes, why not? I'm a parent.
Why not? You're the mommy rocket. Are you kidding me?
It's a parent race, so I showed up for the parent race.
We're all glad to see you leave after you beat them like that, right?
Well, honestly, I wasn't planning on running, but then my son and my husband didn't show up like we planned, so I had to show up.
Glad you showed up, and we'll see you back here again, all right?
Thank you.
Every time you remember that race, them laugh. Shelly said, after Zion go there and never show up, I sent Jigga to do the work and Jigga never show up either. So, made it a figure run.
Yo, this nice, Fabian. This nice. This is nice.
This is the showdown that the Jamaicans wanted even more so than the Americans.
Mm-hmm.
We have been waiting for this for 2 years. I have been waiting on this showdown for 2 years. Remember, I was upset when Shakira didn't go to the Olympics.
Yeah, man.
I wanted her at the Olympics because I knew what was going to happen at the Olympics. I wanted her to go to the World Championships last year because I know what was coming. So I'm very happy for her this year. So that the reality is we want our best athletes running against each other at the global championships. And Shakira right now is in the top 5 athletes in the world this year in sprinting. So we want all of them to be injury-free at their best competing.
Mm-hmm.
The big 4 looks easy though. The big 4 looks really
they look ominous. Honestly. They look ominous. And safely through to the next round. I mean, nobody really showed their hand. It was just qualification. So you can't really put a thumb tuck and say, all right, this person is the one that is going to whatever. It was just qualifying.
So somebody asking a question there, who finishes higher, Dean or Julian?
Dina or who?
Alfred.
I mean finish higher.
As in who plays higher? Who will place better? Who will finish first, Dina or Alfred?
Alfred look like, as me I said still enough, I can't use this round to indicate what these athletes are about.
Yeah.
Everybody,
listen,
people just go out there to qualify. To me, people go out there to qualify. Shelly look absolutely brilliant. Talo look absolutely brilliant. Shakira look absolutely brilliant. Sharika look absolutely brilliant. Now, Julian Alfred and Adina Asher Smith had to run. So to me, I can't say who, because this is the first round. People getting cobwebs out. Here Shelly saying that she's trying to get the technical part of her race, getting out of the blocks and all of these things, because of course she didn't run a lot of 100 meters. So everybody doing something different. So everybody just went out there to qualify. I did not see where anybody really take it. And if you say this one look good and that one look good based off the wind reading, remember all of the top athletes didn't have no significant competition in their heat.
Mm-hmm.
So I take that into consideration.
And competition will separate. Wait, the hurdle start already?
No, man.
Oh.
Are the US trials that them are sure?
So competition will really do some separation. I have one concern about the big four. And it's the psychology.
Yeah,
I
man.
normally pay attention to psychology when I look in all of their eyes. They look completely confident and focused except for one person.
Except Shakir.
Shakir looks
Nervous.
She looks nervous, like really, really nervous.
But Fabian, you have to expect that still, you know. Remember, it's the first of
It's
her
her
kind.
first global championship, yes.
And she won deep down. Yes, she said she not do this for the world. Deep down, deep down, that some recess in her heart, she really holding and trying to do what she's doing to also make the fans comfortable about it. So me not really listen what she said.
She looks nervous.
Yeah, man.
You can see it when she's walking, when she's talking. You can see it in her eyes that she's nervous. She's enjoying the moment, but she is very, very nervous and cautious. So that's my only concern. I want her to be fully confident.
Yeah. Hey, you know, say people like Gazelle Henry always come on a certain stream or comment section to make a fuss when there's no fuss. That comment, them not even gonna read it, but it no warrant right here, so.
You know, so I'm gonna see that comment there. Let me see it. Oh, me would I read it, you know, but
you can't read it, me not read it.
I'm gonna comment on it because I think a full time we need to stop it. It makes no sense we talk about an athlete who is not running. We're talking about the athletes who are on track, who are at the World Championships, who are competing. It makes no sense. The 400 meter, we discussed the 400 meters this morning, and we did not mention Sydney McLaughlin, not even once, and she's the world leader. Not even once we mentioned her. So we are only talking about the athletes who are here. So let's not try to cause some problems where there are none. When we get to the relays, then we'll talk about said athlete. Anyway, let's go Apache.
Cleanly away. Poor start by Parchment. But as usual, he's going to go to the 4. He looks comfortable. Very comfortable run from. No, a Parchment win commentator. Stop Dave, sir. Jesus, please. Come on.
Good run by Hantu.
It look like what? It look like 12. Look like 13-5.
So the Olympic champion does enough to win in the first round.
Comfortable too. Bad
comfortable.
Start, but hey, me say, well, me kind of understand, but me don't understand because the audience is broad. Why are you going to? Why may I tell you? I guess that weird. We only talk, but we talk about who win.
Yeah, but we have been pretty straightforward, pretty honest in our analysis. I mean, we talk about Rai Benjamin looking really good. We talk about Shaqiri looking really good. We talk about Talu looking really good. We're not just focusing on the Jamaicans, and we're not being biased towards the Jamaicans. Parchment looks good so far.
Yeah.
It looks easy. And just know if you clear hurdle 10 with Parchment, not a lot of hurdlers can beat him in a foot race to the line.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe only Broadbell can keep up with him to the line coming off hurdle 10.
See him when Ilian did run the 10, 50 in
Trackdown.
Tracktown, you know. She never get the interview.
Now Shakira did get the interview,
Mm-hmm.
and that is where she really snapped. And I'm glad that she's back. Well, she's better, according to her.
According to her.
I'm glad that she's not back. She's better.
Your interview, man, will come last, you know.
Not Parch, but the man who.
No, me I talk how them do the interview with Shakira. Them interview person.
The one that come last. Because it's about marketing for the US. US is marketing. You realize how the marketing Messi? It's about marketing in everything in the US. So they are marketing on NBC. You realize Shakira is the face of the commentary today. Yesterday it was Noah Lyles. Today is Shakira. Look like them not rate your boy. Defending champion and Elias, them have the 100 meter day.
Yeah, fear spot the place hot, man. You see people all use Shelly I use all the bib number fun.
The bib number for fun.
But big up to the nobody cares about emotions, just raw natural talent of the human body. This is also a business where people have to get paid. What that comment is about, Blinks and Ruley?
Yeah, we need some context. We don't understand.
Yeah, that just throw out there like that. But big up to the persons from US, the US fans watching this stream. Big up yourself. Big up on yourself. Big up to the persons on Facebook as well. When you look at the place, extremely hot for real, man. I heard that they didn't have any AC in the warm up in the call room, but I think that has been sorted out. They have some portable AC, it look like. And for those who want to know, the men's semi-final is going to be 9:35.
I think this is the last track event for the morning until 9:35.
Mm-hmm.
Switzerland, Zhu Shenlong of China, and Broadbell of France. The outside. You've seen a lot of the top seeds or second seeds get that outside lane so far in this, which I always laugh at because I go, wait a minute, if it's totally random, why are you seeing every top seed or every other seeds or every top 2 seed end up with lane 9. It's supposed to be completely random, a draw for these early round heats. By the way, if you're wondering when you're going to see the defending, reigning, and defending here at these championships, Team USA's Grant Holloway is coming up in a couple of races. Heat 4 for the big man, the big flamingo. Yep, only 5 heats, so it could be the penultimate heat as we look at Voloshin of France in lane 9. Zamir will be in 6th.
9 a.m. Celeb Scope. Cleanly away.
Second hit of the men's 110 hurdles. Let's go.
Japanese athlete. But the Frenchman on the outside.
The Japanese athlete heads the way. Now here comes Voloshin of France. Good close finish.
Good running by the French athlete on the outside. Had no amount of space to gauge because of being in the outside lane. But I believe that he ran his own race. He was composed and he came through. I think it's a good run from him.
This here must feel so good out when they get into the shade. Where we are here after standing at the blocks in that direct sunlight, 91-degree heat and some 60-something% humidity. Zamir is through for Japan.
They're hungry for AC.
Zamir was out well, and so was Voloshin. We're not surprised to see that because Voloshin is the European indoor champion, so he's used to having a lot more urgency to get to the line first in the 60-meter hurdle indoor distance. With those two comfortably across, and Pereira of Brazil in 3rd, and Fofana of Italy rounds out the top 4 automatic qualifiers. Those 4 will be in the semifinal. The athlete you see all in blue right in the center of your screen is Hassan Fofana. He gets that final spot. So 2 down, 3 to come, and as promised, the world champ, Grant Holloway, he's ready to roll.
Shop online. On the app.
It's always a good combination when you see the coach and athlete having their time and they're bumping fists and all of these things. It shows that, the coach is trying to prep the athlete that, you can do this. Just go and do this. It might be giving the final instruction on what to do in terms of the race. You understand? So it's always a good look for me.
All right, just an update. Women's World Cup Finals. Spain leading England 1-0.
Okay, that's a
58
good look.
minutes played.
A lot of people have Spain to win. Yeah, man, big up to all the people who are watching the live, Big up to the persons on the Facebook. Big up on yourself. You know yourself. Yeah, Fabian. So answer parchment safely through.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2 more Jamaicans to go. So
Orlando Bennett and Brady. All right, so Beckford finishes 11th in the qualifying of the high jump.
So he's not gonna. Yeah, the high jump final is gonna be spectacular. Barsham, Harrison, and the other person.
Tamberi.
Tamberi, yeah. It's gonna be an epic one there. Battle for the gold medal. And that battle for the gold medal might trickle down to one of them getting silver or bronze. All right, next seat is on track. Did they not show the qualifications for the women 100 meters? I missed it. We need to stop focusing on who is. Oh, look at something that answer. Oh, me never see blinks to the answer, you know.
Oh, let me go back to your first comment. Broadbell is in this seat.
Oh, they have to sell the drama to make the money to pay the athletes. People love drama in itself. We are here to enjoy the sport and the evolution of the human body. Sell the drama. What drama? We don't get that.
I think I understand what he's saying, but again, Bolt brought the biggest crowds to track and field. He brought track and field to the front of worldwide sports without
Oh,
any
who is
drama.
hyping up?
I understand what he's trying to say, that they're trying to push this drama, this focusing on Shakiri, focusing on the
Yeah,
Americans
but I mean,
to
she.
sell the sport.
But Fabian, she deserves. She when you look at her personality and her temperament, you know. I think it good for sport. But I say a long time I said that and the people
Long time, yes,
them burn me
we
out.
want her to be running.
Yeah. So I don't like say we don't know that blinks. But you still have to be neutral when you are broadcast to the world. That's all me I say. So they are on their marks.
Hey, you know, so me have a bad feeling about Broadwell.
Cleanly away. Man, go drink some tea if you have bad feeling here, man. Oh! Hey, you see you, Fabian? Go on your bed, man. Jesus, please. People are Fabian cause it. Hey, obstacle race. Jaja. They say I have goat mode. He hit the third hurdle. Hey, you know why problem? It's the obstacle race. It is always important for you to get a good start, you know. And reach the first hurdle, you know. I think Broadbell started to race rather than hurdle. Look at you see the trail leg coming over. it clipped the hurdle. Because that the person ahead of him kind of probably get him a little bit nervous. So instead of him keeping his composure and hurdle, him start race. That is always the problem. This is a big casualty. Oh Lord. It's a part of the game still, you know. Part of the game because it's an obstacle race. And you cannot race the hurdle. Even though it's a race.
Broadbell no need for race. Broadbell don't need to race the hurdle. See, has enough speed to qualify. Him no need to run down nobody in front of him. You see that big exhale when him go down on the marks? You see the big exhale when he make when him go down on the marks? That me see, you know. Watch the replay. That is when I said it, you know. When he before he go on him, you could have see it. I could see it in his eyes that he was nerves, and him just and then go down and him look flustered.
Something probably never right in the warm up.
Him look flustered before the race. That's why I said I have a bad feeling. That's what I saw. That's why I said I have a bad feeling about Broadbell.
Well, it is a part of the sport, like I said before. It's an obstacle event. So I remember we did not do the prediction. I would say we choose somebody because we had the prediction. But when it comes down to the obstacle race, obstacle race and the relays. So him lose that. Why he wasn't in rhythm, Zebev, because he started to race. You get what I'm saying? Once you start to race, you go out of rhythm because it's a rhythmic event, you know. No, this is not it. He was at the Worlds last year. Same problem.
Nerves are killing him.
Yeah, man.
Like, I mean, but that's his personality, you know. He's that electric, energetic type of person. So he has to learn to find a center and calm down.
He need a psychologist to work with him, or somebody that can prep him. "2019, something they win when Omar McLeod dropped though. And he win last year. When time parchment out. See, he man there out.
Man, lucky man, grand lucky.
Jesus.
One time him go up against a fully fit feeling lose.
Broadbell he did not hit early 1 and 2. He hit early 3 and the one that caused him to fall. So he got over those 2 hurdles very well. As me say, he start to race. Once you start to race, you have a lose rhythm. Because once you see, when Fabian say him have a bad feeling, me start watch a trail leg. I never like what it looked, but
it's not about goat mouth, you know. You see, because me study psychology in sports, there are just certain tell signs on athletes' expression, their whole aura, they look in their eyes. That will tell you all you need to know about an athlete who is ready, who seems to be pensive, who is thinking about something. So you could see it on Broadbell's face going down onto his marks that he just looked flustered. He never looked focused.
Yeah, man. But that's a big casualty. Big.
And he has the experience to. He's faster than everybody else in the field in a flat 100. So just relax, qualify second, qualify third, and advance.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he will learn from this, and he will be better next year. He will use this
Best. So you mean
experience
by
and
that
learn.
best? But God is not sleeping. God never sleep. What you mean by that best?
A lot of persons don't. Well, some people don't really like Broadbell, because they say him hype, but that's just Broadbell's personality.
Man, say watch bold videos and them thing there before training and when he come on to competition. You know. Once an athlete display a certain type of swag, Spain just missed a penalty.
Miss our score.
Miss them, sir. No, me not think nothing wrong with Broadbell style either.
Come
Man
Bennett.
does start a race. Look on Grant Holloway. Relax. You see again? Look where him start to flutter. Them place them part of the race step. Easy pickings for them for Broadbell and Parchment, you know. Once and stay with him, you know.
Just stay with him over the
Just
10th
stay
hurdle.
with him, you know.
Stay with him over the 10th hurdle, or close to him over the 10th hurdle,
But
and
the
it's
fact of
done.
the matter is, he did what he had to do in order to get through to the next round. That is the key right now. Orlando Bennett is out, so that's another exactly fear spot. So sometimes that is a very good gesture from Grant Holloway. He went over to Rashid and he went to console him and probably give him a few words of advice. Devil worshipping tactics. Where people ain't come from with them something? Oh, we never hear them something a long time, Fabian.
I don't know. Then see me do a ring on him finger, and I know if a school ring or what type of ring, so that maybe that's why. Cause me I get it in a one group too.
Okay.
But me not really focus on people with them thing there. Tracks we are talk about. I mean, it's an obstacle event. A lot of persons, hurdlers, the only hurdler who never jump in a one race are the hurdler who never hurdled before. So it's just back to the drawing board for Broadbell. This will be a learning process for him. He
But
will learn and he will be back stronger.
Fabian, remember we say I don't know if you remember this part of the prediction. We say Broadbell has a tendency to hit hurdles.
Always has a
So once
tendency.
he can put together a clean race, then we're expecting him to be on the podium.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't put together a clean race.
He'll just have to go back to the drawing board,
First of all, just give us a sense of what you had to say to
Grant
Broadbell
Holloway
and his disappointment.
interview.
You trained so hard, so many years, months, days, literally blood, sweat, and tears to get to that moment and fail. It doesn't define who you are. Just try to tell them, like I tell everybody else, when you don't meet your goal, just keep your head up, keep chugging. He's a champion. Just trying to send him some positive thoughts. You know, the main thing is everybody think this is this big old rivalry that we hate each other and everything like that. No, most Americans and most Jamaicans really think that, but at the end of the day, we're all human. We all have feelings. We all have emotions. So I was just trying to relate to him from brother to brother and just tell him to keep his head up.
Well done, well done, well done. Well done from Grant.
Nationals. How have you been preparing physically and mentally to come out here and tackle this field and defend your world title? It's always going to be tough. It's always that young Thundercat that wants to come up and try to take your spot. But the main thing is I've been running consistent all season long. Come out here early this morning and really get the gears going and everything like that. Feels good. Main thing is now is go back, rest up, get some treatment, watch the film, and really figure out what can we do better. And from there, honestly, at that point, just run. It's always, oh, do you know how to do this? And it's just go out there, run, compete, and give it the best that you got. All right, Grant. Thanks again. Thank you guys so much.
What you see and what you get is exactly that with Grant Holloway.
Yeah, man, I think that was a very good sportsman, like attitude from Grant Holloway, and it's a good look. It is a good look, but again, I mean, hurdles, you have to be smooth like a Grant Holloway. Technical ability has to be there for you to, you have to be composed. Your rhythm have to be on. If you don't get it, you are gonna get it. So
And Party doesn't look like he's at his best this year.
So Bess is saying that Broadbell has gotten technically worse. His pelvic is pointing in the wrong direction. Going faster only compounds the problem.
To be honest, I think Broadbell just panicked. Coming in as the world leader,
Fabian,
in panic.
Him never get a good start, and it will happen to end a lot of hurdlers. He's not the only one that this has happened to. You got a bad start, you see the feel like it'll move away from you, and you start to race rather than keep your rhythm and hurdle. That is what I see. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. So it is what it is, people.
He'll be back next year.
It's an obstacle event.
And it's a tough lesson. He'll be back next year. And it's just a part of the sport. I'm not dealing with the superstitious.
Because if you're going to deal with superstitious, we can dig up some file,
Yeah, we're not dealing with the superstitious comments. We go ignore all of those. Just support Broadbell. It's tough coming in as the world leader. He definitely looked like he looked like the front runner for the hurdles, like he was there to win. So this is our first big casualty in this event and at this World Championship. So let's support him. He's going to take this really hard on himself. So use it, motivate yourself, Broadbell. Come back next year. Sherika had the same thing in her favorite event,
the 200,
at the Olympics, and she had to take it on the chin, brush off and come again the following year. And we all know what happened the following year. So we are expecting Broadbell to brush it off, come back next year about at the Olympics and deliver something special next year.
Fear spots from Oral Jersey come out and say he's the surest medal.
You remember we talked about that word, especially in an obstacle race?
Remember in the preview, the prediction in a Fabian?
Yes.
You did not say it now, Mr. Fabian.
Yes, I never said no, wait.
What's the word?
Likely.
Yes.
You are like sure, not sure.
Especially when it comes to hurdle and relays, you can't too sure. You're going to be confident still enough, but at the same time,
can't sure an obstacle in front of you. You have to negotiate barriers at top speed.
Yeah, man. And me tell you, so your timing have to be on par. If you slip, you slide.
You can't jog either.
No, you can't drag. You still have your
That's a
run.
rhythm. You can jog after the last hurdle, but if you're jogging between them, you lick it up. You have to keep the same rhythm. It's about consistency. Keeping the same rhythm.
And him never did too far off, I think he wanted to win,
He wanted
But
to win. If
again,
he had just relaxed, his
right,
momentum would have made him win anyway.
yeah, you pay the ultimate price for trying to dig too deep in the first round.
Rookie mistake. Him and Walcott will have to work on that one. He will learn from it though.
But Fabian, it happened last year, Back-to-back championship, this, So, they learn from it thing.
Maybe that was playing on his mind too, that him dropped last year. So he just wanted to get through this one. Because those things weigh on the mind of athletes.
So as you say now, psychologically he was nervous, that big sigh, and everything have to be in tandem. You
Yeah,
can be super
I
fit.
think that's what he was remembering.
And you see, Fabian, that's why I say for the 100 meters at final, up yourself go win the race.
That's what I was saying too. That you can run a good race with nobody beside you, but when you're up against the big guns, experience and psychology will come in.
Broadbell didn't have to do what he did.
He could have qualified without.
Virginia, 4 people qualifying. 4 people qualifying. So he never need fear push so forget. You see me I say?
Well, he made a mistake. He will have to live with it. And take it as a lesson, take it on the chin, learn from it, and
even though you get that
next year for your
remember his superior part of his race is the middle of the race, So even if you get a bad start, just continue to build up with your rhythm. And you get it in the middle of the race. When you start race at that junction of the race there, and your hips start dropping, you have a problem. You will still qualify. Yeah, it's just a part of the whole. You can run an ugly round and qualify, and then your coach fix that up.
When I've did Bennett make it through? I think he made it through,
Go getter. The accident is because he start for race. In early, you have to keep your rhythm. So you are the athlete did something. You think it just comes up? It happens because the man feels the feel a go leaving. So him start to dig a little bit deeper. And once you do that, you might throw off your rhythm a little bit. And he wasn't keeping his hip high. So when that trail leg come over, it didn't clatter any hurdle.
Just mark my words. He will be back next year, way better, and Broadbell will do something special before the end of the season. So remember me tell you that.
Yeah, man, he might bounce back, but I mean, you wanted it to happen here. You get what I say? You wanted it to happen here.
This is where it matters.
Because as O'Neal Chambers, he said Sherika messed up and bounced back and use it. But Broadbell messed up last year in go Commonwealth to win the goal. But him come back this year and mess up again. So that is the thing. Yeah, back to back it happened.
Oh, sleeper fight me now.
Yeah, we think we need to close off now because I think that's the last race, and then we probably set up for the the semifinals.
No, Shakir, nothing is guaranteed, but I believe in Elite Camp. I believe in Broadbell. I believe that he will come back before the season ends and do something special, because that's what true athletes do. Just work hard, bounce back Broadbell, and next year come and win the goal.
Yeah, man. All right, so people, big up on yourself. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Don't read the comment there out loud, you know. Don't read it
Yes,
out loud.
side me a look
Don't read it out loud. No, don't read it out loud. Don't read it out loud.
All right, me I gonna leave it. People, big up on
Because
yourself.
all of the
Thank you,
athletes them PB, so we don't understand.
thank you very much for tuning in, people. Really appreciate you being here. You stick and stay with us for the early morning session. Good day for the Jamaicans. 2 casualty. Senior Wilson and Rashid Broadbell. You understand? So bless up yourself again. We'll be back hopefully for the semifinals of the men's 100 meters, and we take it from there. So people, Fabian, any final words?
Yeah, man. Join us again. I go try get some sleep because I'm up from 3 o'clock this morning. So get some sleep for the semifinals.
All right. Bless up yourself. Until next time, people, stay safe. Peace out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.